Hello, hello, welcome.
Welcome.
Yeah, Lela, my friend Lela, I'm so happy to have you here today. And welcome all the people that are out there watching us live on YouTube and Facebook and then listening to us on our podcast after the show. We're really glad that we're here. We're glad that you're here. And we're just really excited about having a conversation with our friend Lela today. Our Daily Reset for Success series is here to help us all reset our lives so that we can live happier, healthier, more creative, and of course, more prosperous lives. And I'm just really excited about it because every single day I get to reset. And that means you get to reset along with me. So Leela's here to help us reset as well. Now, I've known Lela for many years, and we go back a ways with technology. She has helped me with so much. As a matter of fact, one of my companies, Painted Path Designs, hired Lela to help us get our Google all set up. And so we've been running our Painted Path Designs email through that system since Lela set us up. So thank you, Lela.
You're very welcome. Glad to have done so.
Yeah, it was fun, and I think you were also in a class, a blogging class, with us, right?
I absolutely was. Yes,
That
learned all about WordPress and how to set up a blog.
That's right. We were working with WordPress and we were setting up blogs back then. That's been quite a while, man. I'm telling you, I don't know how many years, but
oh my gosh, a lot of
been
years.
A while. Oh, we have somebody in the audience. This is my friend Beth. She owns a company that does reselling. She resells all different types of things, especially parts to things like let's say you have a need for a coffee pot part. And so she sells all kinds of parts to things. Correct me if I'm wrong, Beth. She also has a whole store that does nothing but collectibles and things that are
cool.
From the golden oldies age, right?
So I love that stuff. I'm quite the collector. I love mid-century collectibles. Those are my favorite.
Oh, okay. Well, I find it fascinating. We had her on the show one day. We have a work from home show on Mondays where we help people try to find either a side hustle or a complete new business or a job, whether, depending on what they need. Because so many people were laid off during this COVID thing. They needed some place to get, some money coming in to pay the bills. So we started this many, many weeks ago. It's called Work From Home. It's on the same channel, the Natural Curiosity channel. And we had Beth in to talk about how she works from home and what she does, how she makes money, and how people can help her. Oh, so she did say that clothing and now cosmetics and personal care items just added this week. Very good. Thank you.
Marvelous.
Yeah, so she's reaching outside the box to work from home. This is awesome. Yeah. You also work from home, don't you, Lela?
I do. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, tell us, give us some background about you. I know you, but nobody else does. So go for it. Tell us all about you.
My primary industry was telecom. I do telecom training. I have a large client up in the Northeast that I do webinar training for them on an NEC system called the called the GNAV. It's a system that they use. It's pretty technical. So, and then I also move people over, as you mentioned earlier, to if they have a name, a URL, what am I trying to say? A web name.
A website.
Yeah, if they have that, then I can move them over to Google for work, so that they can have a Gmail address, an email address rather, that reflects their name, their web name.
And when I do get an email from somebody from Yahoo, it does make a big difference. If it's not a web company name.com, it does make a difference. I still may hire them, but I'm kind of, okay.
Yeah.
How long
absolutely.
you been in business? Are you going to be there tomorrow? Yeah.
Exactly. That's exactly right. It makes a huge difference to have your business name, have a URL with your business name on it. And when for email purposes and everything else. So that does make a huge difference. I'm like you. If it's not a business name on their email, then I don't want to do it either. Yeah. I don't want to do business with them either. I just find that
it's interesting how businesses feel. They're too relaxed, I think. So like yesterday, I asked for a referral for a company that could come out, or I could go to them and do my interior, because I'm gonna sell my car. And so I had spilled coffee in the seat and that type of thing. And there was this company, there were 3 companies that were referred to me on Facebook. One of them, there was no message or anything. It just said, you have reached 832-529. Leave your message after the tone. And I thought, okay, they're not really a business. So I hung up. They called back later and didn't speak very well, and that type of thing. And I thought, okay, yeah, forget that one, right? Same thing with the next one. The next one, it was like, hello. And I'm like, okay. So there's just certain things that businesses really should do. You should have a professional answering either a voicemail or answer the phone with your professional voice. Hello, how may I help you? Even if you don't want to say the name of your company. Hi, this is Marian. How may I help you? I mean, that sounds much better than hello.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
All of these things make a really big difference in the image that you're putting out there.
That's right. That's right. Oh, so my friend Beth says that people don't want to shop outside the home for mascara anymore. LOL. No, not LOL, lady. I need mascara, so put an order in for me. You're right. I don't want to go to CVS or Walmart or Target to buy my mascara right now. I don't want to go in there unless I have to, okay? So don't LOL me. Call me.
Oh, wow.
No, I don't want to go into the stores. Like right now here in Houston, we're a hot spot for COVID, and it is really, really rough. I just had here where I'm working, it's a co-working space in a very large office. It's 12 stories. I say very large. It might not be large to you. But anyway, they just had 2 more people say that, they've come down with it in the building. And I'm not surprised. They're walking around with no mask on, acting like there's no problems, like there's nothing happening.
Wow.
Hello?
I don't go out without a mask on in public. And Ohio is really, where I am now, is really strict on. There are places that won't even let you in without a mask.
Same here. You're not allowed in the building anymore now without a mask after the 3rd person came down with COVID. I'm like, it's about time, people. Hello.
Yeah,
it's not a law. And even if they had a law, they're not enforcing it. So people just say, forget it. I'm not doing it.
Yeah,
whatever.
Exactly.
So you're in Ohio and you're working from home and you're working in the telecom industry, but you also help entrepreneurs with SEO and getting their mail or their Google accounts set up, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, I do.
Okay. All right. So we have somebody, Beth, who you met earlier. She has a YouTube channel and she has some other stores, in different places like eBay and iPotch or something like that. Sorry, Beth, I can't remember the name of the Pochmarks or whatever it's called. Is that what you're talking about, SEO, or is it a website that you're talking about SEO for entrepreneurs?
No, I'm talking about website SEO.
Okay.
Yeah.
And does it have to be WordPress, or can it be something like Wix or?
It can be whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get down to business then. What do you got for us?
Well, the first thing I wanted to say is that one of the things that you absolutely want to do is make sure that your page loads quickly. The reason you want to do that is because if you don't, then the search engine will just move on and not count you. You also want to have relevant, high quality content. And it's also really good to have a blog, believe it or not. So, yeah, so you want to have a blog.
Okay, now wait a minute. Let's go back to make sure your pages load fast. What can you tell us about that? How do we do that? Let's say they're on Wix. How do they make sure their pages load fast?
They just have to optimize the page so that the page loads quickly. And one of the ways you do that is not have a lot of pictures, but also optimize the images that you do have. So, yeah. So the images that you have should be optimized so that they load quickly. And by optimized, I mean they need to be compressed and
okay. So one of the things that because I've done so many websites on WordPress, one of the things I can tell you that what Lela's getting at is when you take a picture or a video with your camera, your phone, okay, it usually comes in at 2,000 or 3,000, sometimes up to 5,000 pixels. So in order for that to be optimized, you would need to make it smaller because web doesn't need that, okay? Now, if you're going to print that, you want to leave it as high as you can, as big as you can. You want the pixels, okay? So when you're putting that on the web, you need the smallest possible. Like, I'm going to give you an example. If you go to pixabay.com or unsplash.com and get a picture, just and download a picture and you just upload that to your website, it's going to be large. It's going to be huge. Even though it looks like a normal size, it's actually not optimized, like Lela's saying. So do you have any suggestions for a place where they can go if they don't have it to optimize their pictures?
I really don't know where you would go for that. I don't have a place that comes directly to mind for
I do.
optimizing pictures.
I use TechSmith, and they have TechSmith, TECH Smith.com, and they have a program called Snagit. And Snagit, do you remember Snagit? Yeah, it's been around a while.
Snagit. Yeah.
And it does so many things, not just images, but it does a lot of different things. So I would highly recommend looking at the TechSmith Snagit.
Yeah, absolutely. I actually use that, and I don't know why that didn't come into my mind. But I love Snagit. Yeah.
Me too. Okay, so make sure your pages load fast by optimizing your videos and your pictures. What else?
You should also have a blog.
Good quality content like a blog.
Yeah, exactly. Because a blog will will key into the search engine that you're really out there and you're really serious about what you do. You should have outbound links so that you can connect with other businesses that are similar to yours. So outbound links are really important.
And how would you go about doing that, Lela?
Well, you need to make relationships with organizations that have content that's would be useful to your users.
And that would go like in your blog or things like that?
Well, no, the outbound links are yes, for your blog, but also for your website. So you would want to have useful links that are useful to your users, that they could click on and go somewhere that's useful to them.
So would you consider like a page that says useful resources or something like that? And then have...
That would be, yeah, that would be great.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
See, I'm thinking.
I think I actually have a page like that on either my website or my blog. I don't remember which one, but I do have that.
Okay, and I'm going to bring up Lela's blog and her website. So tipsfromthecloud.com. Ever since you told me that name, I just fell in love with it. How about people love tips? And tips from the cloud, that means, like that could mean anything, not just in the clouds for real, but in the cloud, like, you're putting your information up in the cloud. Tips from the cloud. I love that, Lela. I always have.
Thanks. I think actually you're the one that suggested it.
Oh, no wonder I love it so much.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
exactly.
That's funny. That's hilarious. Oh my God. All right. So now we have, make sure your pages load fast. Make sure you have good quality content like a blog and maybe a page where you could have some resources and outbound links. Okay. What's next?
You need to have an overall easy to use experience for your users, so that they're not fumbling around in there trying to find things and just getting lost in the websites. So an enhanced user experience is important.
It is important. If you go looking for something in a website and you can't find what you're looking for, you're toast. Okay, they're going to click off, which Google hates.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
You only have a few seconds to capture their attention and get them to stay on your website. So let's talk a little bit about what that looks like. What's an easy overall navigation? How would you set that up?
What I have on both my blog and my website is just an easy where you just click across the top and it tells you what the different options are all the way across the top. And then you can go there and the page opens up and you can see exactly, whatever it is that you clicked there for. That's how I set mine up. And then possibly also just and I also have like drop down boxes, I think, on my website, so that you can see other options that are available under that category. So drop down boxes and just across the top web navigation are really what's best.
Excellent. Okay. So it's looking like a very simple, easy setup process.
Absolutely.
You set up your website so that it runs easy and people can get around, and you've got a blog right there on the top navigation bar so they can click on your blog, and you have a page for outbound links. This all sounds perfect, okay?
That's
It really
exactly right.
does.
At LelaDonaldson.com, you can actually click on my blog and it'll shoot you over to my blog.
Ah, see, there you go. Now you
Yeah.
can go and look at hers for a demonstration of what yours should look like.
Right.
Fantastic. Now, Lela, do you have any experience with sales pages?
Not really. They're pretty easy to set up. I use a program called Weebly, which is pretty easy to set up, and they do have the ability to set up like sales pages with shopping carts and all of that on there. I haven't used it because I don't sell anything on my site. You can email me though from my site because it's I have a contact me tab, so you can contact me and email me if you want information. But I don't really sell anything on my site. But if you use the Weebly one, you can absolutely very easily set up a website.
I had a client who wanted me to create a Wix website for her and then teach her how to use it. So that also is pretty easy to use. I haven't tried Weebly, but I'm sure it's basically the same thing. It's what they call a drag and drop website. So if you don't
Absolutely.
have WordPress and have somebody like Becky taking care of it for you, you could set up a Weebly or a Wix website pretty easy, or hire someone to handle it for you, like my client did. Now, we have a question from the audience. It's Karen, and Karen says, how many drop downs do you suggest?
Karen, I don't think that there's a limit to how many you should have. You should just be able to click on a tab at the top and then just have it drop down and have the options there. I don't suggest probably 3 at the most is what I would suggest, because you don't want to be a whole long line of things there for them to choose from that could become confusing for them.
Let's go over that a little bit, because I just had that problem. So I am a producer of live stream shows, kind of like the one we're on right now, but I do it for my clients, right? So this is just a fun show. I love to hang out with my friends and whatnot, but these are very serious shows, and they hire me to handle all the tech work, and sometimes they even want me in there asking them questions. So I put it up on my website. It's called Spotlight Productions, and so it's up on the tab on the navigation bar, like you said. And then I thought, I need a page that really describes it and gives them all the benefits and why they should have a show of their own and all that. So I did a drop down from that particular link.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no one was seeing it. So either I didn't do it right, or I just people got confused. So I made it part of the navigation bar. So now it's kind of too long, if you know what I mean. So I'm going to have to investigate that a little bit more about how to use a drop down that's maybe not so complicated for people.
Yeah, Weebly, again, I know other people like different things, but Weebly makes that really easy to have a drop down.
Now, Karen says, the quicker I get to the content on a website, the more I tend to go to the website without having to search too much through the website. Yeah.
I agree totally.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, that's how most people feel. They want the information. We're a fast-moving society now. If you don't have it quick,
absolutely.
Mm-hmm. You better. Yeah, if you don't have it quick, you better redo it. Thanks for that comment, Karen. I appreciate that. And So my website is naturalcuriosity.life. And if you go there, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. I think the navigation bar is too long. It's got too many tabs now. And that's why I wanted to do the drop down box in the first place. But everybody I talked to that said, well, there's not enough information there for me to, and I said, yes, there is. I went into complete detail. There's a little drop down. Did you see that? No, I didn't see a drop down. I thought, okay, So you have to test it. You literally have to test to see how people are clicking on your stuff. And did you know that's a job? If you want to work from home, we've had this because I have that work from home program on Mondays. Mm-hmm. I found out that there are companies out there that have all these companies that are brand new, that just built a website, and they pay people to go and see how easy it is. And they have special software where they can see where you've clicked and where your eyes went on the website and everything. It's all very sophisticated. Mm-hmm. But that's important, because if people don't click on your stuff and they leave, you lost a company. You lost a customer.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So it's really important that they can find their way around your website, that your website is easy to use, that you have outbound links of similar organizations that goes right to those. And you also, here's another thing that's important. It's really important to design for mobile, because people now are using iPhones, iPads, or other mobile devices. I'm all Apples, so I'm a little
prejudice.
A little what?
Prejudice?
Yeah, prejudice. Yeah. Thank you. So you really do need to design that website for mobile so that anyone can use it while they're out or whatever they're doing.
So Karen says, even Google gives you their top 3 for what you have searched. Some include ads that can get very irritating. Sometimes you are on a quick timeline to find the info you are needing. What's your take?
I agree with that. It is very irritating because it's paid, and I agree that that's an issue, because if you have the top 3 and they're just advertisers, then you're going to go somewhere where they're going to try to, get money from you, and we don't always have that. Of course, my site is about getting money because I do training, but that's a completely different issue altogether.
Yes, I totally get that. Well, we have just a couple of minutes left, and I would love to know if you have anything else that you have for us that you might want to talk about.
Well, you want to also, it's good to have YouTube so you can take care of the YouTube SEO. And I've also got, I don't know if I could put it up here, but I've got some SEO myths that you might want to take a look at. Do I need to add that, or do I need to screen share, or?
If you can copy and paste it into the private chat, I can pull it up.
Okay.
There's no way for you to put the stuff on the screen like I can, though, if you want.
Yeah. Okay.
What if you did a blog, and then we could go to your blog and check it out there?
Yeah, I could add that to my blog.
Okay.
For sure.
Okay, so everyone can see tipsfromthecloud.com, and that's where you're going to find in the next few days a blog about what she wanted to show us today.
Yeah, absolutely. Also, because of the move and the fact that I'm no longer able to work at...
We can't hear you anymore. There you go.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Because of the blog, because of the move, rather, my blog, and also I was working at a place called TechSpace that I just adored in Houston. And so when we got ready to start moving, I no longer was able to go there. So my blog is pretty out of date. I'm so sad to say, but and it also, one other thing I'd like to add real quickly is to target local searches as much as you can.
Okay.
And that's it. That's what I've got.
All right. Well, it was wonderful to see you again, Lela. You moving from Houston was very sad for me, but I know that you're happy there and you're much cooler in the summertime. So now I have another place to visit when the COVID's over.
Oh my gosh, yeah, please do come up. And you want to come up here during the heat of the Houston summer,
right?
Because the summers here are lovely.
Right.
Of course, the winters are brutal.
Yeah, my daughter lives in Michigan, so I know all about winter. Okay, yeah. No, summer only.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Well, thank you, Lela. It was a pleasure seeing you, and thank you for all your good tips on SEO for entrepreneurs.
Thank you.
All right. We'll see you again real soon.
Huh?
We'll see you again real soon. Bye now.
Bye.